Hello, folks. Welcome to the Hello World, podcasting with Magdalena. Sorry for my voice. I'm just drinking my coffee. So that means I was not able to do the recording for yesterday. So my apology for that. But here I am today. So welcome, folks. And I just wanted to welcome everybody, especially the new listeners. So wherever you are listening here and connecting to my podcasting, I just wanted to welcome you and just to let you know that my podcasting is about personal growth, development, in the process figuring out who we are and what the heck is going on, using astrology for the individual and collective guidance. So, okay, let's see what are we talking about. There's still a lot of intensity going on, and folks, this will not actually be less. But I think right now everything is kind of getting more focused. And the huge player right now here, we have actually Uranus in Taurus. It will be that the shaker and mover, as I'm always saying. And excuse me, Jupiter just went retrograde in Sagittarius. Interesting. So, as I always say, so what does that mean for us? So let's go down the list. Aries is, Sun is in Aries, Moon is still in Cancer. I just can't wait until it goes tomorrow in Leo. Mercury is in Pisces, so holy cow, how much more Pisces can we take here? And then Venus is in Pisces, Mars in Gemini, Jupiter going retrograde in Sagittarius, Saturn in Capricorn, Uranus in Taurus, Neptune in Pisces, Pluto in Capricorn, Chiron in Aries. We have a true north node in Cancer retrograde, and Lilith in Pisces. Whoa! So, most of you will say, well, okay, Magdalena, I got that. So what does that all mean? Go more into the details. Okie dokie. Let's go more into the details. Let me just get my sip of coffee. Excuse me. So, now, what that means is we are dealing with two, how should I even say, two different aspects, okay? One is quite focused on Pisces energy, and the other one, I would say it is focused right now today. What I would like to kind of put the emphasis on the Jupiter in Sagittarius, especially being retrograde. As for those who've been following me for quite a bit, you know that I've been constantly talking about this Pisces energy, finishing the cycle, moving actually even out the era of Pisces, because we are finishing this gigantic 2000 year of Pisces energy from savior and victim mentality into, stepping into our own power. Remember, we were talking about this, about the Leo, and practically empowering ourselves, but in the process also empowering others. And now, since we have actually Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn, they are actually, the Saturn is teaching us our limitations. Pluto is breaking down the structure that is not supporting us in the process. And the Jupiter is a truth seeker. And if we add in this whole mix now, actually the Neptune, it's a different, whoa, just hit the China wall. So when I'm saying that, we hit the China wall with the Jupiter right now, is that we are recognizing that, okay, I wrote down, going through our own aspect and redefine. Okay? Who is actually helping us to redefine the reality? Neptune. Neptune is standing right now in Pisces, and every planet that is actually passing right now to the Pisces, and we have actually right now Venus there, is teaching us. Okay, we've been trapped in this illusion. Oh my God, whatever. And the Pluto is giving a much deeper picture and the feeling where we have to kind of stop and recognize. I said, wait a minute, this is not how I thought it will be. Trust me, I have so many pieces in me. I was like, wow, this is not what I was thinking. Okay, so anyway, and Lilith in Pisces is, deepest aspect of ourselves that says, you know what? Nope, 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 nope. I don't agree with this. Let's redefine this. So now I wanted to take this right now into the outside world so you can understand what we are talking about. If you did actually a lot of internal and personal work, you will totally understand that actually right now because I did quite a bit of internal work on myself, so I can recognize what's going on in the outside and look at all these movements. All these movements, I will just say, they are aspects of humanity, okay? Meaning these aspects are getting a voice. Remember, we've been talking about the Uranus in Taurus, okay? And what that means, they are saying no more. That I would call this Lilith in Pisces, okay? And also Venus in Pisces is redefining our own personal value. And I always like to, use this metaphor because, we read so many books, folks. We listen to so many shows, and we are pumped up with this load of information. But this load of information doesn't mean anything if we do not know how to transform that into actions and bring into the reality. Because otherwise it just becomes, a bunch of information, bunch of knowledge without wisdom, okay? Knowledge without wisdom is just empty talk, okay? So practically the action will give us that ability to learn the information so that we can actually apply the information, and with that we will gain actually wisdom out of that. Okay, and that's the whole how I will call this transformation. Remember, we've been talking about, I think, 2 or 3 podcasting prior. I was using the word alchemy. Without understanding, the true understanding, we cannot transform ourselves. And since we are, as an individual, hugely important, because the collective is actually a bunch of individuals, folks. And that's where my whole mantra always came, is that you have to understand yourself. You need to empower yourself. You have to recognize, those aspects. And a lot of them, they are still not worked through, so they're lingering in the outside world and they can trigger you. That was all about. The shadow work is just bringing home the things, unresolved aspects, so that we can integrate, and so they become, part of us, and they are not outside. I was actually contemplating the question is, look like, why, if humanity is constantly coming back, the question became is that why can we not move out all these loops? And the answer became is that, we are constantly just trying to fix from the outside. Hey, if I do this, blah, 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 something else will happen. But not many people are recognizing that actually the problem is internal. And why? Because we are still holding a lot of unresolved issue. Okay? It doesn't matter if it's anger, frustration, denial, or we've been denied something, and so we have just for the sake of blah, blah, blah. That's, folks, another way of judging something and you feel different about, but because somebody told you it's not okay, so you suppressed it and you go into your own personal denial. This is what I call internal termites. I wanted you to contemplate on that, okay? Because when you recognize, for instance, there was this humongous migration in the past through a lot of different eras, and everything just kind of got into this conquering and controlling, So practically, we just took our issues and took to another place, and we just repeated because we were holding that unresolved frequency, folks. I'm not quite sure will that whole information, what I'm sharing right now with you, be understood totally. But look, like I said, ponder on that, okay? And just recognize that if I am sharing something with you, it doesn't mean that is in alignment what you need, okay? Take what you think it is beneficial, and the rest of it, just let it go. But I wanted to kind of share something else with you folks. That my podcasting is more or less geared toward personal growth and development. Because if you wanted to go into the world and you have unfinished businesses, as I've been saying, you will replicate your problem, and if you didn't solve them home, you will be triggered in the group or in the outside world. Just period. Simple as that. But I will actually give you an idea that you may want to check this out because it's incredible stuff happening on the much deeper level. And instead for me to kind of replicate the message, I just wanted to give you folks the idea. And I really wanted you to check out April 11th podcasting from Thomas Williams, Truth, Honor, and Integrity. If you're a first-time listener, it may end up to be quite confusing. But, look, like I said, he has also actually other podcastings on his website, Think Different, and you can check out. But that last podcasting could actually give you an incredible idea what's really going on. And if you need more info or support here, you can actually go on my Twitter, WellnessMW, and you can get kind of like me and get in touch with me. And another good information source is You Are Free TV. So that's another one which is pretty amazing. Okay, folks, that would be it for today. I hope that was actually very beneficial for you. And from there, take good care of yourself. And until next time. So, take care. Bye. Enjoy the ride.